Hey guys, so I want to read this post that I wrote for Reddit about a month ago. And then one of the comments that replied to it, and then I just want to make a little commentary to those that are in the manifesting a specific person category. This is an important thing to understand about how the law works in general. A lot of people emphasize this on their YouTube channels. They're talking about how to manifest a specific person back, but really I think there's a lot of emphasis put on getting that specific person when the reality of the time of the situation most of the time is that when you do the requisite work to get the specific person, you often don't end up wanting that specific person anymore, and you're happy about that. Your idea of that person will shift as your idea of yourself shifts. So let me just read this really quick. I'll link to this post in case you want to read it. It's called For the SP People. In order to have the thing you want, you have to be in the state of the person who has it, meaning you have to be that person. You can't just keep being you, but with the SP back. The law doesn't work like that. The version of you that you are embodying right now, naturally, doesn't have that SP. Whether you are close to the right state or far, right now, the SP doesn't naturally belong in your world in the state you're in, or your desire would be a reality. This is where I think most people make the mistake of then trying to adopt the state of being in a relationship with that specific person, where that specific person wants you in your current state or treats you in your current state a certain way that you didn't naturally elicit from them as yourself in your current state. So basically, changing them, not you. The focus is on the scene with the SP being different. It's not about who you are. If you somehow get this to work, due to a temporary change that you are taking on for the purpose of getting the relationship, so basically the relationship is your focus, and any changing you do is involves that relationship as sort of the catalyst or is an ingredient in the change. When you return back inevitably to the state that you're currently in, the same shit will keep happening. You will end up not with the specific person again. And we've seen this. Like if you participate in any of the forums of Facebook groups or anything like that, you will see this over and over again. People somehow get a person back and lose them, and this happens over and over again. So shit's real. If you want to end up in a long-term relationship, not just manifesting someone and then losing them, decide first what that relationship, the one that you want in general, not with the specific person, just pretend they don't exist. What does the ideal relationship for you look like? Then decide who you have to be to fit into the relationship that you want. What would that relationship look like? How would you think, act, and behave in it? That's thinking from the end. How would you feel, and how would it feel? If you can exist in the state of feeling that, that's living in the end. Then become that person, whatever that means for you. And of course, that's the tricky part. If you are not the person that can sustain that relationship, it will end every time. If you're doing it for the SP and not yourself, you're not actually becoming the person that you want to be, getting into the relationship you want to have. Once you are the person that fits into your own vision of what a great relationship is, and this doesn't mean being perfect, only you can decide what that means for you. You can have whatever you want, and it will be easy, automatic. Getting things that naturally belong with the person you are is easy. Look around you. You're doing it right now, for better or worse. I think I'm just going to stop reading this here. Because I just go on to say, well, the SP might look different at that point, blah, blah, which I just said. But so, let me find this comment now. Somebody read this whole thing, not to be a jerk, but somebody read this whole thing. And this was the comment that they left. But what I do not understand here, how do I know how I need to be to get my SP? If I knew that, I wouldn't need manifesting. Then I could simply do mind reading and be it. That comment in a nutshell, that encapsulates the whole problem with this specific person manifestation thing perfectly. It's the exact issue. Somebody referred to the SP people as hungry ghosts. And I think it is the absolute perfect way to put it, because, you know, if you're manifesting, if you're trying to get a person and you're like, how do I have to be in order to get this person? They're God. They're your idol. You're not your own God. It's like people don't even care about themselves. People just, they're not even in the equation. It's like they don't even factor in, you know, like, what do I have to be to get you? No, it's what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? You know, and I really think this is a horribly scary thing for people to address, but don't be scared. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're not going to find that something is horribly wrong, that you're too flawed, that you're worthless. You're not going to find that. It's going to be the opposite. When you start making this about you and you start deciding, you know, you start deciding that you're important enough to make some calls here, to make some decisions about what your life is going to be, you know, that's when things really get good. That's when everything starts really getting interesting. That's when you start getting empowered. And if you're at the point where you're asking that question, what do I need to do in order to get this person to be my partner? You've just made it all about them, you know, and you're saying basically, I'm willing to sacrifice myself. What I need, I don't have any value. Just put me off to the side. Turn me into whatever I have to be in order to, you know, suckle at the teat of this person and this relationship. Nothing good comes out of that, ever. You know, the beauty of the law is that it always works. And if you're coming at a relationship from this point of having completely devalued yourself, you're going to continuously create relationships that reflect that valueless thing that you feel about yourself. Even if you find a relationship with somebody who doesn't see you that way, something about the relationship, you'll perceive something about the relationship as meaning that about you. So, you know, something that the other person has an issue with, you'll be like, well, if I were just better than that thing, you know, then he would treat me differently. Or, you know, it always comes out. It's just, it's a perfectly balanced equation all the time. And once you know that and accept that, which can be difficult, it's really hard to let go of the idea that things just randomly happen or that people have bad luck or things like that. But when you really get to the point where you know that that stuff isn't true, this all becomes so much easier, because at that point, I think it becomes pretty clear that the only thing you have to do is work on yourself. The only thing you have to do is fix your own beliefs, turn your beliefs into the things that will create the things you want in the outer world, because it's just an equation. It's that simple. You know, sometimes you'll change something about yourself. You'll realize you're thinking something that's totally fucked up, and you'll just be like, oh my God, okay, I have to stop doing that. And then that little thing changes, and something in your outer reality that you, with your rational human brain, could not possibly have put together, you know, was being caused by that thing, will change. It just blows your mind. Like, you're like, oh, wow. Well, I know that I just changed this thing, and now the outer thing changed. Holy shit. Now I see how this thing was creating that thing. It's mind-blowing. It's fun. It's like a puzzle. It's like a video game. But anyway, you know, the best thing you can do for yourself if you're manifesting a specific person is turn it towards you. You know, I'll say this in every video, I think, just about from now on, because it's really the heart of everything. You know, anybody who has a YouTube channel that's like making a video every day or multiple times a week, I mean, there's only so much that you can really say about this before it's all been said, because it's so beautifully simple. You know, the world is your mirror. That's it. That's all you ever need to know. Everything that you're experiencing in your life is being created by you, either the actual 3D reality, or your perception of it, if not both. You know, sometimes you can have something great in your life and you see it as something shitty because of some belief you have. You know, it really doesn't have any meaning other than what you give it. So you could have something in your life that I would consider to be amazing, and you shit all over it because it's not valuable to you. because of your beliefs and who you are. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody. Have a great day. Always leave me comments if you have any questions about anything, because it gives me something to talk about on this channel. Have a great day.